Katy Perry, a dominant force in pop music known for her infectious hits and colorful persona, from the chart-topping success of her album Teenage Dream to her Super Bowl halftime show, Katy has enjoyed many moments of undeniable stardom. However, her career has also seen its share of struggles, specifically in recent years. Despite her early triumphs, Katy Perry has experienced several flop eras where her music and public image failed to resonate as strongly with audiences. These periods have raised questions about her ability to maintain the same level of success in an ever-evolving industry, making her journey one of both extraordinary highs and perplexing lows. Today, we're diving into a perplexing question in pop culture: why hasn't Katy Perry managed to secure a consistent comeback despite her massive early success? We'll explore the highs and lows of her career and what factors have contributed to her inconsistent return to the spotlight. So without further ado, let's dive in. Katy Perry's rise to fame is a quintessential tale of pop music success. Born Catherine Elizabeth Hudson in 1984, Katy Perry began her career in gospel music before transitioning to pop. Her initial attempts were met with limited success, but it was her shift in direction that catapulted her into the mainstream. In 2008, Katy Perry released I Kissed a Girl, a bold and catchy track that immediately captured the public's attention. The song's provocative lyrics and infectious melody set the stage for Perry's breakthrough. It was a daring move that paid off as the single climbed to the top of the Billboard Hot 100 and stayed there for 7 weeks. The success of I Kissed a Girl was followed by the release of her debut album, One of the Boys. The album showcased Katy's talent for blending pop with a touch of rebelliousness. Hits like Hot and Cold and Thinking of You further solidified her presence in the pop music scene. One of the Boys was a commercial hit, eventually earning Perry her first Grammy nomination. Katy's vibrant personality and eye-catching fashion sense also played a crucial role in her rapid rise. Her unique style, characterized by bold colors and crazy accessories, set her apart from her competition and helped establish her as a pop icon. But it was her 2010 album Teenage Dream that truly marked Perry's ascension to superstardom. This album was a pop phenomenon with its first 5 singles: California Girls, Teenage Dream, Firework, E.T., and Last Friday Night, each reaching number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100. This achievement made Perry the first female artist to have 5 number 1 hits from one album, a monumental moment that solidified her place in music history. Teenage Dream was not just an album, it was a cultural moment. Each single was accompanied by highly stylized music videos that became iconic in their own right. For example, the video for Fireworks was praised for its empowering message and vibrant visuals, resonating deeply with fans around the world. Moreover, as the Teenage Dream era progressed, Katy Perry's star continued to rise. She was nominated for and won numerous awards, including several American Music Awards and MTV Video Music Awards. Her ability to consistently deliver chart-topping hits and her presence in the media made her a staple of pop culture. But as we will see, sustaining this level of success in the ever-evolving music industry is not an easy task. The very qualities that catapulted Katy Perry to fame would soon face new challenges as the industry and her personal life began to change. After the unparalleled success of Teenage Dream, Katy Perry seemed poised to continue her reign as pop royalty. But as the music industry is notoriously volatile, her trajectory began to shift with her 2013 album Prism. The lead single, Roar, was a powerful anthem of empowerment, resonating with fans and critics alike. Its success was undeniable, topping charts worldwide, earning Katy her 8th number 1 at the Billboard Hot 100. However, while the album debuted at #1 and had strong first-week sales, it soon became clear that Prism wouldn't replicate the unprecedented success of Teenage Dream. The album's second single, Unconditionally, received a more muted response. Although it was a strong ballad and performed well, it didn't capture the same level of enthusiasm as Katy's earlier hits. The third single, Dark Horse, featuring Juicy J, became another major hit, but overall momentum of Prism was inconsistent. Katy Perry's much anticipated Super Bowl halftime show in 2015 was a spectacle of pop culture glory, but the performance received both praise and criticism. While it was visually entertaining, some felt it lacked the cohesive energy that marked her earlier work. The performance was a high point, but it also highlighted a growing challenge, which is maintaining the high standards of her earlier success. Furthermore, Prism was also marked by a complex promotional strategy, including a multifaceted campaign that included a variety of media appearances and endorsements. Yet, despite these efforts, the album's overall impact felt diluted compared to her previous work. The shift in musical direction and image might have been an attempt to evolve, but it also risked alienating some of her core audience. This period marked the beginning of a broader trend that would continue with her subsequent releases. The early signs of struggle with Prism suggested that while Katy Perry remained a major pop figure, replicating the massive success of Teenage Dream was becoming increasingly challenging. The industry was evolving and so was Katy, but navigating this change proved to be a complex and ongoing challenge. The release of Witness in 2017 marked a turning point in Katy Perry's career. Determined to reinvent herself, Katy shifted from catchy pop anthems of her earlier work to a more experimental and politically charged direction. The lead single, Chained to the Rhythm, was an upbeat commentary on societal issues. While it received praise for its bold message, it struggled to reach the same commercial highs as her previous hits. The Witness album was a departure from her well-established pop sound. Tracks like Bon Appetit featuring Migos and Swish Swish featuring Nicki Minaj showcased a different musical direction that was intended to be fresh and innovative. However, these singles failed to resonate with the same widespread appeal. Swish Swish in particular was perceived as a response to her then ongoing feud with Taylor Swift, which overshadowed the music itself and drew more attention to the drama rather than the album's content. Katy's attempt to market Witness with a bold experimental campaign only added to the confusion. Does anybody remember the Witness Worldwide livestream experiment, which was, I think, designed to immerse fans in her world, but the project was met with criticism for being self-indulgent and lacking genuine engagement. The constant live streaming combined with Katy Perry's sometimes awkward and over-the-top antics failed to create the hype needed to increase album sales. Furthermore, the campaign's mixed reception was further complicated by Katy's ongoing media presence. Her promotional strategy included a series of interviews and appearances where she appeared to be trying too hard to be relatable and relevant. Despite her efforts, the public and critics seemed unimpressed, which was reflected in the album's performance on the charts. Witness debuted at #1 on the Billboard 200 but quickly fell from the top, and the album's overall commercial performance was lackluster. Moreover, Katy's struggles during the Witness era were not solely about music and marketing. The period was also marked by personal and public challenges. Her high-profile breakup with Orlando Bloom in early 2017, followed by their subsequent reconciliation, added a layer of personal turmoil to an already tumultuous time. Public perception of her was affected by these personal issues, which seemed to overshadow her professional achievements. By the time Smile was released in 2020, Katy Perry aimed to rebound with a more uplifting and positive image. The album's singles, including Never Really Over and Smile, offered a more upbeat and resilient perspective. While the album had its moments and received some praise, it failed to recapture the massive success of her earlier work. The single Never Really Over was a highlight, gaining some traction and resonating with fans, but it wasn't enough to rejuvenate her career to its previous highs. In retrospect, Katy's attempts to reconnect with her audience and revitalize her career have been admirable, but they have been met with mixed results. The challenges she faced during the Witness era, combined with the rapidly changing music landscape and evolving public taste, have made it difficult for her to achieve a constant comeback. As Katy Perry continued to navigate the ups and downs of her career, her most recent releases, Woman's World and Lifetimes, were intended to mark a significant comeback. These songs reflected her desire to address important themes like empowerment, resilience, and the passage of time. However, instead of revitalizing her career, they sparked a wave of backlash and criticism that left many questioning whether Katy Perry could still connect with her audience. Women's World was envisioned as an anthem for women, a rallying cry in a world where gender inequality and societal pressures are still pervasive. Katy, who has always been a strong advocate for women's rights, aimed to create a song that would resonate with women across the globe. In interviews, she spoke passionately about the inspiration behind the song, highlighting her own experiences and the stories of women she admired. But, of course, there is a but. Despite her intentions, Women's World quickly became a lightning rod for criticism. The lyrics are generic and lacking in the depth needed to truly capture the complexities of the female experience. In an age where songs like Beyoncé's Formation or Taylor Swift's The Man have set the bar high for feminist anthems, Women's World is lackluster and disappointing. People said that the songs failed to push boundaries or offer a fresh perspective, making it feel outdated in a rapidly evolving cultural landscape. And of course, the backlash on social media was instantaneous. Fans and critics alike took to platforms like Twitter and Instagram to express their disappointment. Many felt that the song was a missed opportunity for Katy to make a bold statement, and instead it came across as surface level and out of touch. This reaction highlighted a growing disconnect between Katy Perry and her audience, who were increasingly looking for authenticity and innovation in her music. Moreover, the release of Lifetimes, another single from this era, further complicated Katy's comeback efforts. Lifetimes was intended to be a point of reflection on love, loss, and the endurance of the human spirit. The song's lyrics delved into themes of nostalgia and the passage of time, which Katy hoped it would resonate with listeners on a deeper level. However, much like Women's World, Lifetime struggled to gain traction. Critics pointed out that while the song was beautifully composed and emotionally charged, it felt somehow disconnected from the realities many listeners face today. In a world grappling with unprecedented challenges, the song's nostalgic tone felt out of step with the urgency of the moment. The commercial performance of both Women's World and Lifetimes reflected this disconnect. The song struggled to climb the charts and their streaming numbers paled in comparison to Katy's earlier hits. While the music videos garnered views, they didn't spark the kind of viral moment that could have catapulted the songs into the cultural atmosphere. Moreover, one of the key criticisms leveled against both songs was that they didn't bring anything new to the table. In an industry where innovation is key, Katy's recent work was seen as lacking the boldness that had characterized her earlier hits. While the production quality was high, the songs themselves didn't push boundaries or challenge listeners in the way that other contemporary pop music was doing. Despite the criticism, Katy Perry has remained resilient. In interviews, she has acknowledged the challenges challenges she faces in trying to stay relevant in an industry that is consistently changing. She has spoken candidly about pressures of fame, the toll that the public scrutiny has taken on her mental health, and her ongoing journey to find her place in the music industry. Looking ahead, it's clear that Katy Perry is at a crossroads. The backlash to women's world and lifetimes has highlighted difficulties she faces in trying to balance her desire to create meaningful music with the demand of a fast-paced, ever-evolving industry. As we wrap up this exploration of Katy Perry's recent struggles, it's important to consider what lessons can be drawn from her journey. The backlash against women's world and lifetimes highlights a key challenge for any artist: staying relevant while staying true to oneself. For Katy Perry, the path forward might involve rethinking how she approaches her music. One potential direction for Katy could be to take more creative risks, experimenting with new sounds, or collaborating with emerging artists to inject fresh energy into her music. Additionally, reconnecting with her fan base and addressing their evolving tastes could help bridge the gap between her past success and future endeavors. Fans want to see growth and authenticity, and finding the right balance between nostalgia and innovation might be key to her next big moment. At the end of the day, Katy Perry has proven time and again that she's a resilient and talented artist. While her recent work may not have resonated as strongly as her earlier hits, she still has the potential to reinvent herself and stage a comeback that's as powerful as any we've seen in pop music. The question now is, how will she choose to evolve, and what surprises does she have in store for her fans? So what's next for Katy Perry? Only time will tell. If she can reclaim her position at the top of the charts, whatever direction she takes, one thing is certain: Katy Perry's story is far from over. We'll be watching closely to see what comes next. For now, we can appreciate the evolution of her career and the impact she's had on pop music. That's it for today's video. Thank you so much for joining me on this deep dive into the Katy Perry conundrum. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos on the world of music and pop culture. And please share your thoughts in the comments down below. What do you think about Katy Perry's eras? With that being said, thank you for being here. Thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you very, very soon.